You know what's worse than killer slime? Killer slime that comes back for seconds. Monster Blood 2, Goosebumps book number 18, released in 1994. So apparently surviving one can of Monster Blood wasn't enough. R.L. Stine looked at the first book and said, let's make the hamster gigantic this time. After the events of the first Monster Blood, Andy returns with what's left of the mysterious green slime, hoping to get revenge on Evan's mean teacher. She secretly feeds some of it to the class hamster Cuddles. At first, the prank seems harmless, but Cuddles keeps growing bigger and bigger till he's tearing the classroom apart, destroying everything in sight, and turning the entire school into complete chaos. With nobody else able to stop the giant hamster, Evan realizes he may have to use Monster Blood on himself just to stand a chance. Alright, this cover is awesome. So we got Cuddles, the hamster, absolutely jacked up on Monster Blood. He's bursted right through the cage and he's sitting there looking absolutely pissed off. And look at those giant buck teeth. This dude looks like he's about to bite somebody's arm off. And then you got all this Monster Blood slime just dripping off the desk. The green goo is everywhere. And it's so disgusting. It almost looks like somebody dumped Nickelodeon slime all over the classroom. You can see the alphabet on the wall, the books, the clock, the papers. It's such a normal setting. Then you throw in a giant hamster and it immediately becomes complete chaos. Honestly, this hamster has more attitude than most Goosebumps villains. I mean, look at that face. It looks like somebody told him the pet store ran out of sunflower seeds. He's one hungry hamster. Well, please feed the poor guy. I don't think he's full enough yet. The ending looks like everything is finally over. Cuddles is back to normal. Evan is the hero. And the Monster Blood has finally lost its power. But then Andy reveals that her parents brought her another can of Monster Blood, all the way from Germany. She promises she won't use it though, until Evan notices Cuddles eating something. Yup, the nightmare isn't over. So let me get this straight, you barely survived Monster Blood the first time, and then you kept the leftovers? Also, Andy, maybe stop feeding mysterious cursed slime creatures to innocent animals. And poor Cuddles didn't ask for any of this. That hamster just wanted to eat sunflower seeds, not become Godzilla. Honestly, I feel bad for this hamster, and I hope they give him a big cage to live in. So Monster Blood 2 actually never got its own TV episode. Instead, the TV series made an original sequel called More Monster Blood. It brings back Evan, Trigger, and Monster Blood. But instead of following the book, the whole story takes place on an airplane after Evan moves away. The Monster Blood gets loose on the flight, starts swallowing passengers, and the kids have to stop it before it consumes everyone aboard. It's a fun episode, but it's basically its own thing and has almost nothing to do with Monster Blood 2. So, I actually never read Monster Blood 2 as a kid, but I do have a memory tied to it. I remember going to the book fair, I was probably 7 or 8 years old, and that day I ended up buying one of the Give Yourself Goosebumps books, called The Curse of the Creeping Coffin. I could still picture that cover in my head. But my friend Gabe bought Monster Blood 2, and I remember seeing this cover and thinking, good God, that hamster looks disgusting. My sister actually had a hamster growing up, so every time I saw this cover, it reminded me of her little hamster. Thankfully, hers never grew to the size of a classroom. But yeah, this is one of those Goosebumps books that I remember, but I never actually read as a kid. Well, thanks for watching, and remember, if your hamster suddenly weighs more than your car, you've got a problem. Next episode, we're diving into deep trouble, because nothing says family vacations like monsters in the middle of the ocean. See you then.